We begin with a thrilling announcement from NASA Ames Research Center. In December 2011, scientists working with the Kepler Space Telescope announced the discovery of a planet they named Kepler-22b. Located about 600 light-years away, this exoplanet orbits within what's known as the habitable zone of its distant star. The potential is tantalizing. Its surface temperatures might be comparable to a summer in San Francisco, suggesting the possibility of liquid oceans, a thick atmosphere, and perhaps even life. The ultimate goal of these scientists is to find true Earth analogs. But the core question remains, is it possible that NASA scientists are searching for life they already know exists? Some believe that previous space voyages have already uncovered evidence of an extraterrestrial presence. On September 12, 1991, the Space Shuttle Discovery, mission STS-48, flew nearly 350 miles above Earth. While the crew was occupied, a video camera in the rear cargo bay captured highly controversial footage that NASA claims no longer exists. However, amateur monitors of the transmission produced what they allege is the genuine video.
The footage shows a series of unidentified glowing objects and flashing lights accelerating rapidly and changing direction around the shuttle. Some claim an astronaut openly stated over an open channel, "Hey, we're being tracked by an alien spacecraft," before the transmission suddenly ceased. NASA officials dismissed the video images as mere ice particles glinting in the sun. But is it possible that the Space Shuttle transmissions captured something far more that officials want to admit? Astronauts occasionally report things they've seen or experienced in space that they cannot explain, things that might be due to an undeniable alien presence. We turn now to Vatican City, Italy, and the centuries of secrecy held within the walls of the Vatican's secret archives. In the 17th century, select documents of the Catholic Church were moved and closed off until 1881. Today, researchers believe these archives hold revelations so explosive that they could challenge the very doctrine of the Catholic Church. You have to wonder if the secret library at the Vatican doesn't have records or chronicles about extraterrestrial contacts that the Church has recorded and knows happened, but is keeping a secret. This concern is often linked to figures like Giordano Bruno, whose pronouncements about a vast universe with multiple worlds may have been based on information he received. The most famous alleged piece of evidence is connected to the miracle of Fatima in Portugal, 1917.
3 children claim to have received messages from what Catholic theologians identify as the Virgin Mary. Yet 70,000 people gathered at the site, and many witnesses reported seeing a spinning silver disk in the sky. Ancient astronaut theorists propose that the children received a telepathic message from extraterrestrials. "You are not alone on this planet. We are here. Please prepare mankind that we will return again." This entire story was relayed to the Vatican. The crucial detail lies in the fact that the children were given 3 messages and the Pope refused to release the 3rd message. Why the suppression? Some contend that the 3rd message talks specifically about extraterrestrial life. To deny the revelation of that particular message, as the Pope did, suggests an immense cover-up. Researchers point to the voices heard by Joan of Arc and countless stories in the Hebrew Bible as similar events, all describing visitations from otherworldly messengers. Perhaps the Vatican knows far more about life in the universe than they have ever acknowledged.
Our journey now takes us to Giza, Egypt, and the Great Pyramid. Electronics engineer and inventor Joe Parr conducted experiments there in 1977 and 1987, measuring the pyramid's electrical, magnetic, and radioactive properties. Joe Parr believed that pyramids possessed an energy field around them, a field that was generally too weak to detect. He developed a method to generate this pyramid energy in his lab. Parr discovered that when he spun a model pyramid in a centrifuge through an alternating magnetic current, an intense energy field or orb would form around the model. This is where the physics gets strange. Joe Parr found that this energy bubble would block all known types of electromagnetic radiation, even gamma rays. No known energy forces should be capable of this. But the most incredible finding was yet to come. Parr claimed that in this energy field, the model pyramid became weightless and began to move in a specific, measurable direction. They calculated the direction of this energy field, and it aligned exactly where we would see the Orion constellation. Joe Parr speculated that the pyramid may have entered hyperspace. String theory postulates the existence of 6 additional spatial dimensions. How do we know the way this energy field was set up allowed the pyramid to travel into another dimension? Before his death, Parr believed that the pyramid could act as a time machine if its key was unlocked. Researchers now widely speculate that the Great Pyramid is a gateway or portal into multiple dimensions, enabling the transmission of people, objects, or consciousness from other dimensions into our own. Could Earth's pyramids be connected not just by shape, but by purpose, as part of some otherworldly plan? The ancient people built these structures as a way to tap into the natural energy of the Earth. But this precise global network of pyramids must have been guided by a very advanced culture, likely extraterrestrials. The ultimate question remains, if this technology was so incredibly important, where are the blueprints? The reality is there is not a single piece. Did the blueprints disappear into the very gateway they describe?
We conclude with the events that brought the extraterrestrial question directly to the heart of the United States. On July 19, 1952, over Washington, D.C., multiple unidentified flying objects were picked up on radar by air traffic controllers at Washington National Airport and Andrews Air Force Base. Jets were scrambled to intercept the objects, but when the jets arrived, the objects vanished. When the jets landed, they reappeared. This highly publicized event happened twice on 2 consecutive weekends. They were buzzing the White House and the U.S. Capitol. Ancient astronaut theorists believe this was a symbolic, direct attempt by alien beings to make contact. Hey, we'd like to talk to you guys. In the days that followed, the U.S. government refused to acknowledge any extraterrestrial connection, stating that the sightings did not pose any conceivable threat to the United States. In 1952, the Air Force created Project Blue Book to investigate the growing number of sightings.
But was this an earnest investigation, or simply an attempt to suppress the truth? We have too many tangible, objective sightings of objects doing things that were utterly extraordinary. There's a physical phenomenon. It's real. The question is, why the cover-up? Could the authorities have feared the threat these unconventional spacecraft represented to national security? The history of U.S. government studies on UFOs is a long litany of reports that show dramatic UFO evidence, yet conclude that the sightings are either hoaxes or mistaken observations of natural phenomena. In modern times, the idea persists that there is a secret, small, elite body of people who are covering up the truth from the rest of society, the truth that aliens from space have visited planet Earth. In 1969, the Air Force abruptly terminated Project Blue Book. Was this because the government denials were failing to convince the public? Or is it possible that officials knew far more than they admitted about these events, that were being reported again and again, and simply needed a new way to keep the secret buried?